Hey guys, Gunpla here, and today we're taking a look and a review of the Universal Century High Grade Hey guys, welcome back to Gunpla. Today we're taking a look at and reviewing the Zee Zulu, the AMS-129M, I guess you call it the amphibious version of the Zulu. There he is, and I'm going to jump right in here, just take a quick look at his articulation, and then we'll go over the accessories and extra parts you get after this. So, right off the bat, let's go ahead and pop his gun off, just so it's not in the way. I'll start down here at the feet with, of course, has these awesome flippers, which are removable. So we'll go ahead and pop them off, so we can get to his feet. And a lot of this kit, I'd say most of it, is actually just a recolor of the Zulu. So if you have a Zulu, you're going to recognize a lot of this stuff. But his feet will go out pretty far, and both ways. And then they will go forward, not so much. And then back, decent enough. I wish they would go back a little further for, you know, maybe like that, for some better flipper action. But there's that. Your knee is a little more than 90 degrees, which is not great, but definitely not bad. I'm sure you could probably trim, let's see if we can get to show this here, trim this out a little bit, and it might be able to go back a little bit more. There goes his blade pod. But there's that. You've got just a ball joint and hip, so it's only going to swivel like that, but you do have the hip swivel in there, so it gives you a little bit more range of movement, not room. But side skirts are only going to go up about that far, so you're only going to get a split about that far out. Skirts are molded together, but you can separate them. But as long as this oxygen tank, I don't know, ballast tank, that's what I'm thinking is a ballast tank. As long as it's attached, the skirts aren't really going to go up. So you're, well, actually, that's pretty far for saying the skirts are pretty much not moving. I think if you remove the ballast tank, it will go up all the way, but that's plenty. And then they will go back pretty far. And I'm wrong, actually. It does have a pull his leg off. No, nope. Okay, no, I'm right. No, it is a ball joint. Never mind. Yeah, he does have ball joint hips. Oddly, you really can't see it, but there was actually a piece sitting on top of the thigh here, so it's not all blue. It looks like it has a separate hip joint, but it is not. It's just a ball joint, which you can kind of see in there. Moving up to the torso, there's a little bit of an ab crunch, but not much because of all the hoses and stuff there. He can turn somewhat. I think he's just hitting these knives. Hang on. Okay, we're not taking the knives off. They don't want to come off. But if you would remove those, I'm pretty sure it would. Let me raise this camera up just a little bit. Okay. If you remove those, he probably could turn all the way. But overall, not too bad for a torso. Ugh, and there goes his knives. So yeah, definitely can do. Oh, never mind. Ballast tank's in the way. Without the ballast tank, he could probably do a 360. So there is that. His head is very limited because of the design. He can go full up that high, which is actually pretty far. He can go down, not like that, and then side to side. That's all you're getting because of these hoses that go down into his torso. And there goes his head off of his body. But so that's all you're getting out of that. Which I guess ain't great, but it ain't terrible either. His shoulders will do a complete 360. They will go up. That's it. That's all you're getting because of this armor piece here, which is my favorite kind of joint. It's a peg that's on a forward swivel, and then the shoulder piece. Let's see here. So you got the shoulder piece here, which goes on here, and then the arm here slides within that, just like so. So it is a little limiting, but you can swivel forward that way. And then, of course, at his bicep, he does have a 360 swivel. Elbow, a little more than 90 degrees. And at his wrist here, he will have a ball joint for his wrist. And then a lot of color separation here. This and this little color piece here, those are all separate pieces that you put in there. And he does have a, if you don't like the different color bicep, he actually does have a bicep in this dark blue. So you could swap that out with it if you didn't want the lighter blue color. So there's that. And I guess that's it for articulation. I guess technically these things will kind of move in and out if you want to count that as articulation. But there's that. Oh, man, I guess this is articulation. On both these weapons pods. Alright, camera, why are we blurry? Okay, we're back. I'll have to keep an eye on the blurriness of this. Well, maybe if I get these knives to swap out, switch out, flip out. Saying. He does have Wolverine Claws on each hand. Let's see if I get this other pod put back on. There we go. So he does have those on both hands. I'm not deploying these. So I guess that counts as articulation. And this thing does come off. There we go. It does have those two holes there now. But, you know, if you don't want the ballast pod. Actually, I think like in the show, the Unicorn, I believe these did fall off after they landed. So that is totally doable. I get it back on the right way. So there's that. And I guess now we'll take a quick look at his accessories, which is quite a bit. Even though they broke, oh, I gotta lean back down a little bit now. There we go. Even though they fell apart, he does have these knives, which he can hold, and they store on his rear skirts like this. We'll have one here, and then one there. So that is how they are stored. And they're molded in a kind of like a metallic flake silver. Very nice color. Same color that his main blades are. And what you do, see if I get this to work, is, well, I guess you have to take his hand apart. Okay, my bad. There actually is a separate hand for doing this. But more or less, you put it in like that, and it kind of forms a claw, I guess. So there's that. Otherwise, he'll hold his knife like that. And then, of course, he's got his main weapon, which is a beautiful assault rifle with a grenade launcher. Molded in, of course. But there is that. I love this gun. And, yes, the gun will store in the rifle case here on his back. I'm not looking to show you because then you won't see it. But it does go there. And like we said earlier, it does have the flippers, which the feet just snap into. So there you go. And now we're out of frame. There we go. And then hand options, he has a holding hand for obviously holding the rifle or just doing holding open hand things. He's got a regular holding hand for the left hand if you don't want him holding a gun, I reckon. And of course he's got, if you don't want the knives in his back or on his back skirt, you do have a plug for that port back there. And of course the things that I did not put on him are the decals. And he has got a lot because he is a sleeves member. The only one I've used right off the bat is the mono eye. But he have all the sleeves things. And as you can tell though, besides, you know, the wrists right there, he actually doesn't look bad without them. Because there's not a bunch of weird molded, you know, stuff for sleeves. So you could easily get away with not putting the sleeves decals on there. Then all these little white and yellow ones, white and black ones, are for all the little tiny thruster bells all over his body. And then these lighter colored ones, I think these are supposed to be the same color as his bicep. And those are just supposed to go into all these little dot areas all over his body. So that's what the decal sheet is for. And then, of course, he does have a lot of leftover parts. So let's move him over to here. Let me slide all of his accessories. So you do have the regular Zee Zulu thruster bells. You don't have a backpack for him, but you do have these. You've got most of the main torso of the regular Zee Zulu in this blue color. So technically, if you had the lower torso part right here, and I guess like the collar piece, you probably could build a mostly blue Zee Zulu, or like a hybrid between the you know, marine type or amphibious type. But you got that. And you've got two complete runners of the regular Zee Zulu arm joints. You got the regular shoulders where they'll have the actual shoulder armor. You got the regular, I guess like forearm piece, so they don't have a hole there where the blades will attach. And like I say, you do have this dark blue colored bicep if you don't want that lighter blue color. It's almost like a purple. I'm not really 100% sure what this goes on. I think this might be part of the foot maybe. But you got two of these. And so there's that. And then of course you've got this, which I believe is the regular Zee Zulu head tubes, cables. I could be wrong though, but I think that's what this is. So there's that. So overall, I think this is a great kit. It does have a few issues, mainly in the head and then the shoulder articulation. I even consider the blades being a little floppy. But if you can find one of these guys for a decent price, I think I paid about $20 for mine on Amazon with Prime. It's a great kit. Go ahead and grab one. A lot of fun to build. Looks really cool on the shelf. As far as I can tell, there is no other amphibious mobile suit that has giant flippers. And I guess one thing I should show you, this guy's freaking huge. I'm guessing all the Zee Zulus are. Here is a Zaku F2, which I reviewed, which should already be out because I'm reviewing him before I reviewed him. I mean, even let's get him standing up. I mean, this guy's tall. Like he's whole, like, head, shoulders, and upper chest taller than a regular Zaku. So I got the Zee Zulu, or guards type. I'm hoping he'll be just as tall. So there's that. And this guy, just to me, like his, I guess it's just his proportions. He feels like an action figure. Just like, he's so tall, like all of his joints are long. I mean, heck, if I ran into both of these guys, if I was in him, came up against him, I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm out. So, yeah, there's that. He's definitely big, and he definitely makes a presence on a shelf. So, yeah, if you can find him, grab him. If not, then find him anyway. Great kit. I highly recommend it. If you guys like the video, would you mind leaving a like below? If you have any comments about Gunpla in general, or even how I can make these videos better, if they're bad. Hopefully they're not too bad. But if you have any comments, leave them below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Keep building, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.